Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to your July monthly reading. And we have a lot going on this year, so I'm including a high-level Astrological Zen-ergy monthly overview of the planetary energies that Spirit wants to share. Also have some intermittent videos here and there throughout the months talking about the different astrological energies and how to maintain the most zen as we ride those astrological energy waves. And this tarot oracle card reading that we're going to do is for wherever this zodiac sign appears in your chart, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your Mars, your Venus, wherever. So here's a quick reference of what planet generally rules over what area of your life, so you can see where this reading will most impact you. And you can actually, choose the zodiac sign for whatever of those areas and get a lot of detail. These monthlies are normally out a couple weeks before the beginning of the following month, so you can make the most of those astrological energies. Alrighty then, well, let's take a look at the Astrological Zen-ergy for the month of July. Let's start by looking at the energy that we're coming into the month with. We talk a lot about retrogrades, and the outer planet retrogrades impact us generally and our entire collective, where the personal planets, when they're, the closer ones, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, more impact us on a daily basis more extremely because they're closer to us. So we talked about launch time last month, which is a great time for launching new things because those inner planets are in a beautiful, they're all direct, and so they're not in retrograde, challenging us, launching things out into the world. So the incoming tide, though, is changing here this month as Mercury goes into its pre-shadow on July 17th. So that's kind of the date that we're like, all right, things are going to start to become a little more challenging to launch, and they'll be short term. And we'll talk more about that in, throughout the month too. So Pluto and Saturn are in their retrograde coming into the month, and Uranus is in their pre-shadow to their retrograde, which means we're already beginning to experience the energy of their retrogrades, but at a less intense level with the pre-shadow. I do have Zen-ergy videos already for all of these retrogrades and general information about retrogrades, just how they work and to make the most of them. If you want to check out my Astrological Zen-ergy playlist, I have that listed in the description box of the video down below, and it'll also be linked at the end of the video. I also have videos about Neptune, Chiron, and Mercury retrogrades included in that playlist, which have all of those three listed. And I plan on having an additional video about the Jupiter pre-shadow and retrograde by the end of June or early July. So keep an eye out for that as well if you'd like to prepare for that energy. All right, so on July 2nd, Neptune goes into its full retrograde. It had been in its pre-shadow since March 11th of this year, and it will be in retrograde in Pisces for a little period of time until December 7th when it starts going direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow till March 28th of 2025. Like I said, we covered the impacts of this energy in the video for the pre-shadow, so check that out for details on how to ground yourself for this powerful spiritual energy. As I mentioned, links to the playlist are down below and at the end of this video. On July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer. So when the moon is in this cardinal water sign, it's when she's at her most nurturing. Mother Luna rules over the sign of Cancer. So the themes of home and family and children and mothers and mothering take center stage. We're more likely to express emotions outwardly as well. We might have a renewed spark to take care of others, whether that's cooking or cuddling or some other form, and most likely in our own love language, whether that's words, touch, time, service, or gifts. So we can, make sure that we're giving love in the way of other people's love language, not our own, but we're more, likely to give it in our own love language. So make sure to check out the Pick a Card when it comes out the week before the new moon, because I'll talk about how to make the most of the 10 new moon wishes. And then on July 15th, Jupiter enters its pre-shadow retrograde, and it's going to be in that pre-shadow until it goes full retrograde in Gemini on October 9th. And it's going to be in there until February 4th, when it goes direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow period until April 30th of 2025. So energy is going to be with us for a little bit. And this Jupiter energy normally nudges us to be outgoing, idealistic, and forward-thinking, but when it goes retrograde, we're kind of cosmically drawn to some intense introspection. And as I mentioned earlier, I plan on having a video out late June, early July on this energy, so keep an eye out for that video posting. And then on July 17th, Mercury goes into its pre-shadow for its retrograde. And, Mercury goes into retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. And we're in retrogrades like half of our life anyway. So it's just good to be aware of how to use the most of this Mercury retrograde energy, because there are some positive things, which we'll talk about. And that I mentioned in a previous retrograde video with Mercury, which is... Yep, it's in the playlist. So the link at the bottom and at the end of the video. So anyway, we start off in Leo, Mercury in Leo with the pre-shadow, and it actually dips into Virgo a little bit. But then when we go into retrograde on August 4th, during the retrograde, it goes back into Leo until it goes direct on August 28th, and it'll be in its post-shadow until 9/11 of 2024. Then it'll eventually get back into Virgo. The Leo fire energy, with this Mercury being over communication, it makes us want to communicate specifically, leaving no room for doubt in what we're wanting. And when it dips back into Virgo energy, we go into a grounded, earthy energy, but with a logical and rational emphasis on our thinking and communication. But we don't stay there too long. It's just July 26th to August 15th is when we're in the Virgo, and then, of course, we go out of that into Leo. Then on July 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn. Wait, Bretta Zen, wasn't the last full moon in Capricorn already? Yep, it sure was. You are right. Sometimes the sign of the full moon can repeat 2 months in a row. Because this is the moon at her most organized and practical and businesslike, maybe we were wanting to get stuff done this month. Who knows? But we'll continue to double down on doing the work and focusing on our future goals, organizing, and tasking. We'll maybe have this desire to declutter and organize any area of our lives that feels kind of scattered, disrupted, or disorganized. Some great energy to get her done, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to check out the Pick a Card for this full moon that will come out about a week before, as this will also help making the most of the release energy of this full moon. And then on July 22nd, we enter Leo season, so happy birthday to all you Leo sun babies. So Leo season brings an opportunity to grow greater confidence, playfulness, and to roar about what's in our heart. So the sun rules over Leo and oversees our self-image, our confidence, our identity. So it's not a surprise that Leo season encourages us to foster and embrace your sense of self. We can find new ways to process emotions through enhanced self-expression, igniting us with proactivity and optimism to strongly seek our dreams. I create a Pick a Card around each sun season, and I include a bonus 3-month forecast for the sun babies for that season. So for all you Leos, check that out. And for anyone that was in Cancer sun sign, make sure to check out the previous Pick a Card as well. And then you can see what comes out. It usually comes out about a week before the Leo season actually starts on July 22nd. And then July 23rd, Chiron goes into retrograde. It's been in its pre-shadow since April 2nd. It is, in Aries as it goes through its retrograde, and it'll go direct on December 29th of this year, and it'll be in its post shadow until April 21st of next year. And yes, I have a video for the Chiron retrograde, as I mentioned, so be sure to check that out and see how to make the most of this wounded warrior energy. All right, so those are the energies, the basic energies that I felt led to share that we will all face as a collective. But as always, depending upon your individual birth chart, it'll impact us differently. We are all amazing soup that has flavors that are activated differently when they react to the astrological energy that trickles upon the earth. So, just be aware that it does impact us all a little differently. Alrighty, well, let's see what Spirit wants you to know through the Oracle and Tarot card reading. And here's all the decks that I'm going to be using this time. What I do is I take a tarot deck. In this case, I'm going to use the Arcanus Animal Tarot. And I split up the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. I'm going to use the Archangel Oracle along with the major arcana to get the overall energy for the month. And then the minor arcana will use these four others to find out the different areas of our energy and our earth and energy, actually earth energy over here, our mind and the emotions. So we will go through all of these. And so if you're interested in any of them, you know what they look like. I'm not affiliated with any of them, but I know when I see readings myself, that's why I end up with so many decks, because I love all of them. All right, let's find out what Spirit wants you to know for your sign. All right, Virgo, this is your reading for the month of July. And so let us shuffle up these major arcana, and we'll see what the overall energy is for you for this month. All right, so what would you like Virgos to know about the month of July? All right, here we go. And you have the Death card, Death and Rebirth coming in. So some significant endings and beginnings that are coming your way, which are good. I don't have any, angst around these that's coming in. So that's good, right? So, but it's significant and it's always for you. So there will be this, change, these endings. And for every ending, there's a beginning. And for beginnings, there need to be endings. And so it very much is part of the cycle that's coming in. Let's see what Archangel wants to accompany you here on this journey. All right off the bat here. Let's see who is coming in here. And you got Michael, Archangel Michael. And they're talking about spiritual acceleration. You're experiencing spiritual upgrades moving forward. Yeah, so there's an ending and a beginning that comes in with all of this. That it's like I said, it's an upgrade. It's a movement upward. So I like that. It says Michael, which means he who is like God, is considered to be the Prince of Light, the chief of the angelic realm. He's a powerful force who has been venerated as a saint and is known as the protector of those working in services such as the police, the special forces, and the fire brigade. The divine counterpart of faith, he's an angel of justice alongside Raguel and Zadkiel, and comes to everyone who wants to make a difference here on earth. Often portrayed carrying a sword or a spear, Michael is also the presence we can invoke whenever we're feeling fearful or constrained. He will cut through the ties of fear and liberate us. The message that he brings, all the roadblocks you've been facing are tumbling down. They're coming to an end, right? Angels are giving you the go-ahead. Now is the time. Move forward in the knowledge that the divine is opening the way to experiences, opportunities, and connections that will help you live with purpose and live on purpose. With all that's happening, it's important to stay rooted in your spiritual practice and connection with the divine, because this loving presence is the reason you are who you are today. In the speed of it all, take the time to pause. reflect, and be grateful for where you are today. This energy of acceleration will not only catapult you into opportunities and experiences that will carry you towards success and achievement, but also take you beyond some of the people and places you once felt at home with. There's a good chance that some people will feel left behind or unseen, so be aware that they will require tenderness and consideration. The ultimate key to growth is never to forget who you really are and where you have come from as you go further and reach higher. Boom. Yep. Upgrades, endings, beginnings, movement of relationships, of work, of location, whatever it may be. Huge changes as you're having this upgrade that comes in life. We, of course, will dive deeper as we go into the minor arcana. We're going to start off with the element of fire, which is the suit of wands. And it is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion, your spiritual energy. So this will be what Spirit wants you to know about your energetic adventure during the month of July. So let's take a look here and see, what do you want Virgos to know about July? And you got the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Two of Wands is telling you here, whatever you focus on grows and expands. Like attracts like. And so whenever you're going through whatever you're going through, there's these energies of, if I focus on what I'm grateful for, if I focus on what I do have in my life, focus on unconditional love, enjoying laughter and peace, those things expand. But if I focus in on what I fear, I'll draw more of those things to me, or I fear something will leave my life, I will repel it out of my life. If I focus on what I hate, that I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things. Can you bring me more of that thing that I hate and even more things that I hate? Or order up, it's on its way, right? If I focus on what I'm missing, then I'm telling the universe I enjoy missing things. So they'll make us miss things more and not bring things closer to us. Or wanting, if I focus on the wantingness of something, I enjoy wanting but not having is what I'm telling the universe. So really paying attention to where I'm investing my energy and how really just brings in that we can ask the universe for something, I want love in my life, or I want a new job, or I want more abundance, whatever it may be. But then we start focusing on what we do have in that area, not focus on what we don't have. We let go of the outcome. We release it to the universe. We start using our energy here. So ask once, reinforce with energy after. All right. And then we're going to pull here from the Divine Guidance Oracle. And these are the spiritual inkblot tests. They're fractal imaging. So whatever you see in here is a special message for you. And then we'll look and see what Miss Cheryl Lee Harnish, the author of these, what she channeled. And she's got a great channel, a YouTube channel, if you check her out too. Really sweet soul. But here is your message. Make sure I have it right here. All right, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, boom. I'll zero in here a little more so you can see a little clearer here. See what you see. All right. That is card number 6. All this gold matching the card over here. Let's see what we have here. So card number 6. And this is all about advancements. This is a time of change for you in the physical realm, and it may involve making some big decisions. Really? Whether it pertains to changing jobs, making a career choice, beginning or ending a relationship, or moving to a new home, you have some choices you need to make. And trust yourself to make the right choice. Your guides are working with you to help you gain clarity and to move forward in your life. So stay true to yourself and follow your heart's calling. These changes are definitely for the better, both physically and spiritually. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. So definitely right in alignment with all these cards that we've been talking about, which takes us into the physical world where it says all these changes are happening. And it's the only one about the outside world. Wands is our inner energy. We'll talk about mind and emotions, which are inside of us. This is about the stage in the outside world. people that are there, possessions, things, even our bodies, which Virgo, you all about in the 6th house of body and health, and that's a primal, type of energy that comes with that too, is the concern. So we'll see here, what does Spirit want you to know about your physical adventure, your physical body here in the month of July? So what do you want our Virgos to know? All right, here's the one here. And you've got the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the putting in the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and then things start to move in the outside world. So you've been working on things. You've been having this energy that's been coming in here for you, and you're releasing the things out of your life that no longer serve. And the 8 of Pentacles is like, a caterpillar going into cocoon, and whether it's people or situations or whatever, we're also supposed to go in the cocoon at the same time. You emerge from this cocoon as a beautiful butterfly, and you're like, why is everyone still caterpillars? Well, you can't unbutterfly yourself to make yourself a caterpillar again. And you're like, and I can't carry anyone, I can't carry a caterpillar, and I'm not going to limit myself and walk when I have wings to fly now. I don't even want the same thing you guys eat anymore. I don't eat leaves. I want nectar. And so this changes the whole, environment that you're in, and you're ready to make these changes, but you might have to leave some people behind because they didn't change. And so, it's time for that movement forward and that movement on, that kind of goes that direction. I'm just going to scooch these over a little bit. Here we go. So, it's this permission, I guess. You got to go do butterfly things. All right. So let's take a look here at the Earth Magic Oracle. Find out more about this physical adventure during the month of August here. No, they didn't want any of those. So I'll make it very clear here. There was a couple that I was seeing, but they're like, no. We'll make it very obvious, which this is the one that's obvious here. So let's take a look and see what we've got. Yep, Desert Vision Quest. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. So we'll put them over here. And let's see what the dessert brings in. The difference between desert and dessert is an extra S. I always remembered when a teacher, long, obviously for several decades, they were like, well, you want dessert more than you want desert. So that's why there's more. There's an extra S because you want it more. So I like that. All right. So Vision Quest says, in this arid climate zone that we call desert, images shift and change throughout the day, yet always maintain a sharp and defined presence. Those hardy species of flora and fauna that have found a home in the desert have adapted over eons to the relative harshness that's a strong characteristic of these lands. Throughout history, we've passed down many stories of people wandering the desert. Often they're about religious figures and ascended masters who had journeyed there and returned to the people with remarkable visions. The desert is an ideal place to seek a vision, or, more accurately, to allow a vision to come to you. The quiet and peace of such an environment is conducive to the solitude required to have this type of profound experience. Spending time in this region without the usual accoutrements of the civilized world can present survival challenges, or at least seem to. And this could rightfully be called a spirit quest, where through steadiness in the seemingly bleak environment, it becomes possible to receive direct guidance from spirit, internally and in the world around you. So here we go. This vision quest, understanding what these changes are that you're wanting to make, right? And then the message it brings says a vision quest is a process whereby you spend a few days in the wilderness alone. Typically, you carry only water and some sacred items with you, and you spend most of the time praying or meditating. Many who have completed a vision quest assert that it is a powerful and even life-changing experience and report vivid and profound revelations. It is said that the desert does not lie, so partaking in this can help you discover the truth about your purpose, or at least give you some clues. It is time for you to go on a vision quest. Designate a place in nature in which to dwell, whether for a couple of hours or a few days. Spend the majority of your time while there praying and meditating. It is best to be in a location where you can truly find solitude, even if it is in a quiet corner of a park for an afternoon. Wherever you go, take your question, concern, or challenge with you into prayer or meditation, and allow it to float around you in consciousness and watch what shows up. This is one of the most powerful or more powerful cards, and by drawing it, whatever other messages you may have received are amplified threefold. So I like that. So there's definitely this amplification coming in here. All right. So perfect. We're building here. And then we move into the suit of swords, which is the element of air. These are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, your communication, your knowledge, your wisdom. So we'll see. What does Spirit want you to know about your mental adventure during July here? So for our Virgo, who are big thinkers, but not big stinkers, right? So Three of Swords, the fear of disappointment, heartbreak, these belief systems that have held us back before. This is what's being challenged here. This is the, realization and the knowledge that we can never be heartbroken. Our heart is too powerful. We came here to experience disappointment and lower vibrations that are rooted in fear. So fair enough that we experience it, but this also tells us that you're ready for this ending and this beginning, to let these expectations go, the small t truths that have held you back, and the realization. So during this vision quest, however you do it, you have this realization of the things that have been holding you back and the things that don't fit for you anymore here in your belief system. We'll take a look here at the numerology guidance cards and see what else they want you to know here. Okay. Abundance, master or power number 88. So the fears here have to do around abundance. It's like, well, I want to go on this, dream. I want to change things. I want this upgrade. But the abundance thing is the thing that is we're afraid of letting go of. There's this, energy of, well, what do I do if this doesn't work out or that doesn't work out? Or, I want that to end and begin, but what if the beginning doesn't happen fast enough or expand fast enough or whatever it may be? And so this is where these fears of abundance are being brought forward. And this card indicates a need to adopt an attitude of abundance in order to attract it into your life, right? The gratitude we talked about in the beginning, like attracts like. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to recognize the numerous opportunities in front of you, for the universe is bountiful, and there's plenty to go around. Since you attract what you believe, you must improve your perception of the world. Replace your thoughts of scarcity, competition, or shortage with feelings of abundance, prosperity, and hope. The universe has an infinite supply of love, health, wealth, and wisdom. Therefore, a greedy, competitive mindset only prevents abundance from flowing. At this time, you must recognize and address any limiting beliefs that are blocking this flow. Perhaps you were brought up to believe that money doesn't grow on trees, or maybe you aren't convinced you deserve to be happy, successful, and prosperous. When you change your perception, you change the circumstances of your life. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to adopt an attitude of abundance. Share what you can with others because there's enough for everyone. Be grateful for what you already have and know there's plenty more to come. And when you believe that the universe is abundant, you can make your dreams come true. Affirmation for the card: the universe has unlimited abundance, so I always have what I need. So perfect. All right, and then we move into your final suit, which is cups. It's the element of water, thus meaning our emotions. So this would be whatever Spirit and Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of July. So for July, all right, here we go. And you've got the Three of Cups. Joy and celebration also represents your spiritual posse and finding a tribe that's coming in here. But I really feel like this, because you had the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups. The Two of Wands tells us whatever we focus on grows. Here's focusing on fear, here's focusing on joy and gratitude. And so I like that, with that being your focus, whenever you feel lower, really look at that fear and transform it into higher vibration. It draws in things that match that instead of drawing in the old stuff that we don't want to draw in if we might just be tired of feeling that way, right? All right, and then your final card here, we're going to pull from the Celebration of Love Oracle, with it being your last card in your reading today, at least this one. It can mean more about the emotions, but it also can be a wild card, meaning whatever else Spirit and Creator wants you to know about your month of July. Boom. Didn't we just talk about hope? I thought there was hope somewhere mentioned in here, but here is hope. And angels love. I like it. Beautiful. Let me just put it over here. And let's see what hope brings in. So this image celebrates our children who will inherit the earth. It calls us to inspire them to become responsible stewards, to care and protect this precious planet for themselves and future generations. Connect with a young person that you may know and lovingly express to them that the earth and all that is upon it will be in their hands and all the other children's care. Anonymously make a donation to an environmental group and do it with the intention that it is for the children of the planet. The special message that it brings in here: you are being inspired to open up your inner feelings about yourself. Talk openly and honestly with the innocence and trust of a child, and your heart will guide you to speak with loving expression. This will also help the person you were led to speak with. Wow. I love this, spreading this hope, this upgrade, this, change of where you're going and what am I wanting to expand and where am I going? What are these butterfly things I'm headed off to? I just really like this, like I said, this abundance, this fullness that's coming forward, and you're sharing it and how it impacted you when you felt this way, but then how it changed when you felt this way. So I really love the messages that you're getting, but you are getting all these upgrades first that you go through. Just take really good notes, because I feel like you're going to be sharing them with others as well. So I like that for you. And that is what they have for you, all your Virgos, for the month of July. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me that you enjoy the content, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and it'll bring more of that similar content. Other thing you do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and hit the all setting, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. In addition to all of that, you become part of the love tsunami when you either like, share, comment on anime videos, subscribe to my channel, even becoming one of my YouTube channel members. Doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm ever so grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and other services. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this journey, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there and take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.